Hi guys, sun's coming out. It's been absolutely hammering down with rain for the last, well, days actually, but certainly for the last few hours. So I was putting off starting this video because you couldn't hear me talk. Anyway, sun's come out. I've been to Poundland and bought this. I've used one before in one of my previous videos. It's a pressure sprayer, 1 litre. You pump it up. So you build up the pressure, and then you press that. And it sprays a jet of water out. In fact, it's not a jet, it's a spray. So I might have to modify that a bit. Anyway, what I used it for before and what I'm going to use it for now is the propulsion system for a car. So I've got one of my regular favourites here, one of my rubber band powered cars that I use the chassis for all sorts of things. And I'm just going to hot glue it in place, and then I was trying to work out the best way of operating that lever. Now, I could use this servo that I've got on here, which I've just switched off somehow. What's I done there? That's a fairly heavy duty metal gear servo, so that would do the job for me. I think we've got loose wires on the switch there. Anyway, or, and this is where we're talking rubber band time, put a rubber band on it. I worked out I could make this very simple. If I put the rubber band around there a few times, hence the title of my channel, Putarubberbandonit, that holds the valve open. So if I jam that in there, we can pump it up. And then when we want it to go, we let that out. So I'm going to give that a try, because then I can call this one of my Put a Rubber Band on It videos. And I'm running that channel down at the moment. I'm going to stop it when we get to 300, and this will be 295. And it'll be something different. I've looked in here to see whether I could change things around a bit, and that is actually the valve. When you push that down, that releases the pressure on the back of the, it feels like it's probably silicone, that bit there, because that pushes into the hole in there, so that makes your seal, and by pressing that down that takes the pressure off it. I assume there's a spring in there that's pushing it in that direction, and by pushing that down you're actually pulling it backwards so that the air can flow through. It will work better if we put water in it. And being as it was raining, I wasn't going to bother with that. I was going to do it in the kitchen here, and I think I will do it in the kitchen here. And then if we get a sunny day, we might have another run. Or if this idea fails totally, then we'll convert it to radio control, so I can use the servo to operate the lever. I also think I might need to change this, because that's a very fine jet coming out of there, or spray, mist is the word I'm trying to think of. And it might work better if we just have a straight through hole. So enough of that. I'll hot glue this onto there, because that's all we want. We just want a test surface so we can try it out and see if it works with a rubber band on it. There we are, just hot glue to hold it in place. So that's not going to be very strong, but it'll be enough for us to give it some test runs. And it is raining again out there. You might be able to hear it on the camera. So, bit of wood. Wedge it under there. My idea is to hit this way. That should release it, and then the car should go that way. We'll try it with the small jet first. I reckon that was 50. So I'll just hit it, probably hit the camera as well, and see if it goes that way. Well, it's not exactly flying away, is it? But we did get forward motion. Remember, this is just with air. With water it'd probably go better. Probably. What I can do, I found out, is I can get this bit out. So now we've got the full-size jet. So we'll try 50 pumps again. Oh, it's a good idea not to push down onto the car, you might break the wheels. Right, I think that's 50 again. Ready to catch the camera. Well, that was interesting, wasn't it? It came out a lot quicker, but we actually didn't get any more forward motion. We were better off with the smaller jet. I'll do that again, just to confirm it. I expect the idea is somewhere between the two sizes we'd find the optimal jet size. Okay, small jet again. Yeah, we're definitely getting more propulsion with the small jet. Right, well, the only other thing to try and do is take it outside and put water in it, which I'm not keen on doing while it's raining. This is the flattest bit of ground I've got in my back garden. It's paving slabs rather than pavias. And it's not very long, and we'll probably get the camera wet with the water, but we'll give it a go. Right, that's 33 pumps. We've got less volume of air in there, a fair bit of water. How are we going to do this? Right, okay. Turn it that way a little bit. Nothing except a wet camera. Whoa. It's propelling itself now. Oh, in fact, it's going quite well now. It's got going. Right. Okay. I think it was probably jammed on the rough surface before it got moving. I've lifted the camera up a bit, so it's hopefully out of direction of the water jet. I've also taken the brass restrictor off it, so we'll get a bigger jet this time. So we'll see what happens. Right, that's about 30 pumps. Are you ready? Sun's shining out there at the moment. Oh yes. So, with water in it, we can use the larger jet, and we're getting much better thrust. And the rubber band works, holding that valve open. Well, now the sun's shining, it looks quite bright, doesn't it? Summary time. What have we got? We've got a water pressure sprayer from Poundland that we've just hot glued onto this rubber band power car, one of my old ones. We tried it with just air, and it did work, but it didn't work very well. Put water in it. With the fine jet on it, I needed to give it a push to get it started on the rough ground, but once it was moving, it was going okay. I took the restrictor off, or the fine jet off, so we got the full width of the water jet, and that was enough to push it forward quite happily. Where does the rubber band come into it for this Putarubberbandonit series? It's wrapped around there to hold the valve open. So I have to force the valve closed by wedging a bit of wood in it, or a ruler in this case, and then to release it I hit the ruler out of the way, and the rubber band is compressing the valve, opening it, so the air or the water flows out of the jet. Just a quick look inside while we're at it, might as well. So that's effectively your bicycle pump for pumping the air in, and then that's the water take up from the bottom, goes up there through that bit and is pushed out the jet. So that cost me £1, and that helps us demonstrate air pressure, water pressure, whatever you want to call it. Job done. Certainly get the impression we could get a good distance out of that. That'll do.